Capricorns, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Capricorns this week? Ooh, Judgment. Something on the floor. Judgment. The Lovers. The Knight of Pentacles. And Justice. And more cards. Okay, I'll take all of them. I'll just grab what fell on the floor. The first card that fell on the floor fell on the other side of the room, and when it does that, I take it as a sign it's not something you need to see. A lot of readers think it means you need to pay more attention to it, but for me, if it wanted to be seen, it would land in front of me. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. So, firstly you had the Judgment card. I'm going to talk you through these cards also, and then clarify them and get more information for you. Because obviously sometimes the can just be a little bit too boring or too simple if I don't get more descriptive about it by clarifying. So firstly, Judgment. There's some type of like cooling this week that you're just gonna feel called to do something, is how I feel about this. Now it can be very silly. A lot of you it's gonna be very silly, and it's almost as if, I don't know why, it's like you're gonna have to go out on a whim and do something, make a decision without getting anyone's advice. That might be really bad advice, but it's almost as if there's something that you're gonna want to do, and it's like, well, if I ask Sam, he's gonna say don't do that, he's gonna tell me not to, and if I ask Shelley, she's gonna tell me not to do it, so I have to just do it because I feel as if I don't do it, everything will be different. I don't know what this is about, but it's like I'm gonna have to do it. I'm interested to see what that is when I clarify it. It could be, I don't know why I'm getting silly energy around it, so it's definitely something maybe that your friends or your family have joked about or told you not to do, and you're like, but I have to do it, I have to. It's nothing bad, it's just silly, or it's yeah, I'm really interested about that. Anyways, then you have the Lovers card. So maybe it's to do with love, because it is right next to this card. But there is something happening in your love life this week, and I really like this energy because it's very warm. If you look at this card, I don't know how to explain this, but it just seems as if like there's some type of really gentle, warm, mushy-gushy love. There's something happening around your love life that's very significant, and I don't know until I clarify what it is, but it's going to be very prominent this week. And then you have Knight of Pentacles. So when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, take your time. Take your time. Stop rushing yourself. Stop feeling like you're behind. Take one thing at a time. It's not a race. Just enjoy what you're doing and find more ways to enjoy what you're doing. If you're not currently enjoying it, find a way to make yourself enjoy it, whether that means changing your job, whether that means changing the way you do your job. Just try and enjoy the process more. Then you have the Justice card. There's some type of divine justice coming in. A lot of you, I feel as if there's an energy of you forgetting how much good you've done and how much good I don't know, it just seems as if something isn't going in your favour, you're almost going, well, oh well, that's life, like everyone's in the same boat. But there's something in particular where you're actually owed, not an apology, but there's divine justice coming in some way. Some of you, this could be something to do with the courts, this could be you actually getting justice for a case. But a lot of you, it's more as if like you're okay with whatever's happening until it gets better and you're like, oh, okay. And I realise I'm talking in riddles and that doesn't make any sense, but it's almost as if you've settled, or you're not you don't feel owed, and that's the truth, and I know that's right. You don't feel owed any life to be any easier for you than anyone else, and you don't feel like you're above anyone else, and you're not. However, you are owed some type of balance to happen with the Justice card. It's all about balance. It's very Libra, and there's something where you are owed whatever good you've done is coming back to you, basically, and I feel as if you've forgotten all the good that you've done. Then you have 8 of Wands, so there's some type of communication, there's some type of, some of you have your name being spoken in rooms that you're not aware of in a good way, and you're going to hear about it, or there's going to be some type of opportunity or communication or email, phone call, where you go, huh? How'd you get my number? Is what I feel is going to happen. How'd you get my email? How'd you get my number? Who gave you this? And there's just someone talking you up, and I feel as if, again, that's right next to the Justice cards. There could be some type of opportunity, or there could be something coming in that you aren't really aware is coming in, but it's right at the right time. There's something where this is divine timing. And then you have the Emperor card. The Emperor is like a entrepreneurial energy, self-employed energy, being your own boss. And as I was meditating on your cards, I was getting boss, boss, boss. So there's something where even if you're not your own boss when it comes to career, you are the boss of your own life. You are the one in control right now. Especially this week, you're going to notice yourself feeling a lot more secure and solid and in control of whatever's going on around you. You know that you can make changes when they need to be changed. You know that you can, I don't know, you can cause a lot of, I don't know why I was going to say you can cause a lot of drama. That's weird. That is coming in. So there's an opportunity for you to cause a lot of drama this week if you choose to. Especially with that being, again, right next to the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is all about communication and fast, and I don't know, I'm getting a lot of drama around it. Anyways, I'm going to clarify the Judgment card for you. You have the 4 of Swords clarifying Judgment. There's actually a huge healing. 4 of Swords is all about healing, hibernation sometimes, taking a time out, resting, mainly healing. And with the Judgment card here, there's something where you've healed the need to ask others permission, or ask for others, what's the word? That's going to annoy me. The word, ask for others, like, permission to do the things you want to do. And that's because I said there's something you're going to do. It's really silly, and it's probably a bad idea in the eyes of others, so you're not even going to bother asking permission or advice. You're just going to do what you want to do. And there's actually something where you've healed from the past version of yourself that would have asked about this first, or queried, or there's just something where you're like, well, I already know what everyone's going to tell me, and I still really feel called to make a move, to make a decision, to make a choice, to say something, to do something, to go somewhere. And there's something where you actually, with the 4 of Swords, it's going to be very healing and liberating for you to actually just do what you feel called when you feel called to. Even if it makes no sense, even if you don't know why you're doing it, you don't know what's going to happen of it or what's going to come of it. There's something very healing about just going with your gut. And it's not even your gut, it's almost like a higher self. With that Judgment card, it's like following the trumpet's call. You can feel a calling to somewhere or to something. There's a reason. It's not for nothing. And you're just going to go for it. And it's so nice. Clarify the Lover's card. And again, it could be towards love, because the Lover's card is here. So it could be you reaching out to someone. You're like, why am I doing this? This is such a bad idea on paper. But I just really feel the urge to do or say something. Clarify the Lover's card for Capricorn. Or don't. That was intense. That was like 5 cards on the floor upside down. I'll try one more time. The Hermit. The Hermit with the Lovers. Interesting. So, funny thing is, the Hermit has a lantern, and in his lantern is the star. And the star is all about healing and hope, and it's like the North Star, right? It's a guide. So the Hermit is kind of about going into the dark to find what guides you and what draws you and what pulls you and what heals you and what inspires you and what liberates you and what excites you. So to clarify the lovers with that, it could almost be as if you are someone else's, someone's kind of discovering this energy of you guiding them in some way. It could also be vice versa. That could also be you guided by someone else's light and pulled out of the darkness by someone else inspiring you. And this isn't me saying you need anybody else to do that, because I feel as if we can all do that ourselves, if we look deep enough. But there's just something where there is someone guiding you a little bit. There's someone inspiring you. There's someone around you or coming into your life that is going to remind you of either a past version of yourself or who you really are and you've forgotten. And it's, I don't know, it's very, very, again, gentle. There's something really gentle where someone, it's not like they're changing you and you're not changing them, but it's just like reminding you of who you are at your core, or who you were meant to be, or who you're capable of being before the world kind of convinced you are not who you think you are, or before the world convinced you need to change. There's something really, and I feel as if a lot of you, it's you doing the inspiring, because you're in hermit, maybe. You're in the hermit mode, and there's just something where you taking your time out and you're not trying to be in the limelight, you're not trying to be seen by loads of people, but someone can feel your energy and someone can still feel a huge impact. Whatever you're doing, just the way you live life or the way you are, who you are, is very inspiring. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. King of Swords, clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you, because I said to try and enjoy your work more if you can, with the King of Swords here. If you are a very logical person already, then I want to say get rid of the logic. If you have like lists and statistics, and there's something where your work might have become too black and white, and a lot of you, maybe you know exactly how much you could make. You've calculated the numbers, you know the possibilities. If you do this much of this, you can make this much this year, and there's something where it's become too logical to the point where you're not excited because you know the limit now. You've created a limit for yourself that wasn't there before, and there's more to, you can actually do more than the number on your calculator, if that makes sense. Whatever you're calculating, whatever it is that you do, however much you earn in a year, forget about it, because I feel as if there is more. There's more where that came from, there's more that you can do, there's more, but you're not excited anymore because you've kind of put a limit on your potential. It's almost like you're like, okay, the sky is the limit, and it's like, no, the sky is not the limit. You can go further than that, there's more, and it's not as exciting. So there's something where get rid of the logic, get rid of the facts, the statistics, the potential. I feel like it was originally to inspire yourself. You wanted to see what you were capable of, like best case scenario, how much could you make this year, next 5 years. But some of you could have daunted yourself and overwhelmed yourself, and others of you gone, oh, is that it? Is that it? That's boring. Like, and both of you, whether you've gone and daunted yourself, or whether you've, is that even, I'm saying that wrong, but either way, whatever you've done, whether you're inspired by it, whether you're daunted by it, neither of the numbers you've come up are true, because your potential is limitless. It's beyond whatever that number is on your calculator, and you've put a cap on your potential. It's way more than you could ever imagine. Clarify the Justice card. The Six of Swords with the Justice card. Things are also going to be a lot calmer and easier. I want to say, like, in general, not just this week, but moving forward in that little boat, things are getting easier. They've been through a storm, they've been through chaos, and now there's this balance come in where if everything has been very chaotic, now everything is easing up and everything is calming down. And a lot of you, I'm just noticing the water is emotions. It could have been your emotions that are quite chaotic or unpredictable or just all over the place, and you're like, why am I like this? It's now calming down. You've experienced that kind of unpredictability, and now you're getting used to surfing the waves of your emotion and kind of going with it, whereas I feel as if you could have been fighting your emotion in the past, and whatever needed to be let out to the point where it would just explode like a volcano, instead of just releasing whenever you felt the need to cry or laugh or whatever it is. There's something where you were being very stoic, or you're trying to be very non-emotional on the outside, and it was just building up and building up, and now because you've let it out recently, or because you're feeling it all, it's now kind of balancing itself out. It could have been like years and years and years if you just not showing any emotions, and now it's flipping around of like, oh no, I'm crying every day. Like, it's just, there's something here where things are going to balance out now. So that has been you. It's now coming into much more predictable and more natural, right? It's not natural to hold in your emotions. Clarify the Eight of Wands. The Fool card. The Fool card with the Eight of Wands. Oh my goodness. So like I said, there's somebody talking about you in rooms you're not in, is what I feel. And then with the Fool card, there's a new journey you're about to go on. There's a new start. There's a new exciting venture you're about to experience. And with the Eight of Wands, it's happening very quickly. Could be this week, could be the end of this week, but more importantly, I feel like this is the week where you are being talked about, and there's good things being said, and you are being really talked up. You've got a good acquaintance or friend or someone that is really, this is someone you should be very proud to have in your life, because they are genuine. They're not the type, they're not two-faced, they're genuinely speaking you up when you're not there. And then with the Fool card, I feel as if the Fool card to me right now feels like something that's going to happen after this week. This week's going to be the trigger. This week's going to be the bit where everything goes, oh. Whether it be a phone call, an email, how'd you get this email, how'd you get this phone number, whatever it may be. And then there's some type of huge domino effect that starts off a whole new journey for you, but it's an opportunity of some type that you're not used to, is what I want to say. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tall Tarot Tuesdays.